Ah, the Pontiac Firebird, the gift that keeps on giving. Today we're going to talk about why you should spend the money on good parts instead of the cheap crap that's out there today. Hey guys, I've been working feverishly here on Project Marcia with Ashton helping me out when he can. He's here for the summer, so he's going to be helping me out a little bit more. But I wanted to tell you about an upcoming event that we're going to have Marcia at, as long as we can get her done in time. It's going to be September 13th through the 15th in Bowling Green, Kentucky. It's the 5th annual Holly Mo Party. So be sure to come out to the show. We've got some special guests coming to be in the Mopar Connection booth this year. We're going to have Muscle Car Restorations there with a couple of their projects. Also, Robert and Justin of Kivy and Friends podcast will be there with their General Lee and a replica of Daisy's 74 Roadrunner. Why are we going to have Daisy's 74 Roadrunner there? Well, that's our other special guest that's going to be presented by AMD. We're going to have Miss Catherine Bach there, better known as Daisy Duke. So come out and visit us at the booth. We'll be there selling some shirts. We've got these great shirts. What does Mopar mean to you? With the Mopar Connection logo on the front here. You can also pick these up at www.moparconnectionmagazine.com. Go to the store and shop for a shirt. Help support the magazine. Help support these projects we got going on. Hope to see you out at the show on September 13th through the 15th. Again at Bowling Green, Kentucky. Hopefully we'll see you there.
I won't be there. Will I be there?
Well, excuse the mess on the bench, but like I said, today we're going to talk about why you should spend the money on good parts rather than pay for this crap 3 times before you get it right. And this is a prime example of not spending the money where you need to. This is a brand new door weather strip that came off that 73 Firebird, and as you can see, it's in 2 pieces. Now, as I was working on this car, I noticed a small split forming here, and I was not working anywhere around this area on the door, but opening and closing the door and just general usage or time caused this to completely split apart. Perfect example of a cheaply made replacement part. Now you may say, well, they're good enough for something I'm not going to use all the time, but is it really? This car has got no miles on it since the owner bought it, and here we have a weather strip, door weather strip, that's split in half. Now the other factor that makes these cheap is there's no metal backing in these end pieces. As you can see, nothing in there. And what that does is it causes these little tabs that you're supposed to have plastic push pins go through that hold the ends on to stretch and not hold very well. Now the owner had tried to reattach these better using a different types of glue or silicone, and there was actually screws holding these in. As you can see, this one completely tore out. Just not a very well made, well fitting part either. They didn't really fit well. So we take these and we in the garbage. Now what I've done, being as I don't live too far from this company here, Steel Rubber Products, and this is not a paid endorsement for this company. I've been using them for probably 20 years now, at least, and I've not been given these rubbers, but I know they make a good quality product, which is why I decided that these were the ones that we're going with. Now, if you don't know about Steel Rubber Products, look them up online. I think their website is steelrubber.com or something along there. Just do a Google search for Steel Rubber Products and you'll come up with their webpage. Company's been around a long time. They go out of their way to try and reproduce rubber products and weather strippings to the best quality that they can, and that includes these door weather strips. These have a metal backer in them. Actually, they're not steel like the original ones were, but they use a brass plate so that they don't rust. Imagine that. They use their head. Use something that's not going to rust. And these fit much better. And again, you've got your metal backer here so that when your push pins go through, they're actually going to hold in place. Same on this end. This has metal pieces in it. It's got a let's see, it's got a right angle piece here. It's two separate metal pieces, and it's got another metal piece embedded in the rubber here where the push pins go through. And just the density of the rubber, you can feel a difference between this one and the cheaply made one. So spend your money wisely on things that are going to actually fit right, because this can cause a lot of problems with the door alignment, the window alignment. They're just, you want to have them right. And this company goes, like I said, they go out of their way to try and reproduce all their rubber products to get them as close to the originals as possible. Alright, so we're going to change out this door weather strip on the Firebird today using our new piece we got from Steel Rubber, and just wanted to show the differences between the two rubbers. As you can see, this one here just doesn't really fit well on the door. It flops around, and somebody used a screw to hold it in there, and it's actually got the correct retainer here with the plastic push-in, but it just doesn't hold its shape in here where it's supposed to, like this, and that causes problems with the door closing. You can see the difference between these two just in the way the definition of the different areas here. This is more defined where the door panel sits. This is a bigger area that's not right. And here you've got all of this area here is just missing, where you can see we've got a nice rubber area here where this sits in here correctly. So all in all, just a much better piece, and it's because of the metal insert that's inside of this rubber. It helps it hold its shape. So again, spend the money, get the better pieces, don't get irritated when you put the crappy ones on and they don't fit the door right and they cause problems with the door closing. So we're going to go ahead and remove the screw there, and I'm just going to get my dikes. I use a pair of dikes, and you just want to get up underneath that other retainer and just kind of work it out of the hole. Don't really want to clip it off, but just work it out. Now, these have been glued, as you can tell, and they really aren't supposed to use any glue on there. You shouldn't need to have glue holding the top of this on, and that's the purpose of the metal. Helps to hold its shape. Now, as far as the rest of these retainers, you just want to get in behind it and just pop them out. As you go down the door, oh, that one came apart. It ripped the weather stripping. See, they just pull out. It's another sign of a cheap weather stripping. They'll tear here where the retaining clips go in a lot of times. So we're going to go around the rest of the door and get this one removed and get the other one installed on the door. Alright, I'm in the process of installing this new door weather strip, and I've got the majority of it put on. Got some glue here I want to try and remove. I'm just going to use my plastic. This is a weather strip installation tool. I'm just going to use this to just get some of this off of here, because it's not needed, and it really can get in the way of the weather strip properly sitting where it's supposed to. So we're going to remove some of this here, and I use this because it's made out of nylon, and I can do this with the paint. I can scrape on the paint like this and it's not going to damage it, even though you're really not going to see it. once the weather stripping's installed, if it happened to mar it up a little bit, but try not to remove any of the paint. So get as much of this glue out of here as we can. Alright, I think that's got enough of it removed. So like I said, I've got most of this in. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these perimeter retainers to put on, but I'm going to put this up here for now just to hold this up in place, and that's about where it's going to sit. As you can see, that holds in a lot. That holds in at a lot better position than the last one did. The last one was all hanging back, which causes problems when the door closes. So we've got these push pins, and what you got to do is you go get them lined up in there. And if you have bad thumbs or carpal tunnel, this is not a good job to do. Have somebody else do it. But you find your pin, and you just have to kind of feel for the top of it and give it a good push. And you can feel on the inside that it's in all the way. Now I do use a tool, if I can find it, just a metal drift I use when some of them, because some of them go in easier than others. I've had a couple that were stubborn on this door, but we'll line this one up here. Again, just feel for the flat head of it. Kind of see, this one's wanting to be a little stubborn, so we'll take our drift and just kind of push behind it, and that pushes it right in. Do the same thing here. Just kind of feel where it's at. That's not in all the way. There it goes. You'll feel it when it pushes in. One more. That one went in real easy. Okay, so that's all of those retainers in. The weather stripping does come with new, they call these Christmas tree retainers because they're kind of, I don't know why they call them, that's what they call them. But anyhow, they're black. They just push in. You find your holes up here and just line them up, push them in. And again, same thing on the top. Sometimes you gotta give it a little help. Oop. Let me see if I can't get you over here a little closer and my big head's not in the way. I just gotta get this lined up here with the hole. Get my pin in there. There it goes. Alright. And again, you can use your drift just to make sure it's set. Alright, so that's that set in there. It's nice they give you one extra one in case you lose one or damage one. So that's the installation process on these weather strips. Again, I can't stress this enough. Spend a little bit of extra money. I believe these were about $220 for the set. No, That's not right. Anyhow, I don't remember what the price is. Go to steelrubber.com, Steel Rubber Products. Look them up, Google them, search them. Find Steel Rubber Products. Their pricing is all online. They've got great salespeople there. They'll help you out. They'll help you figure out what you need. And if you live close enough, you can go by there and pick your product up, like I did, and you'll be much happier with the fit of these compared to those cheap ones that are out there that are probably about half the cost. And they're half the cost for a reason. A lot of them aren't made here in the USA. All of these, majority, now I'll say majority because Steel does carry some products that they don't make in-house, but the majority, the stuff that they make is made right here in North Carolina, so it's all American made, and the quality on these is just impeccable. They really fit nice. So thanks for following along. If you've got a car that needs rubber products, again, I'm going to put the link below to Steel Rubber. Look them up, tell them I sent you, get your weather strips, get them installed, be happy. See you again soon.